This one's a Metro Let's Play FIFA. I'm Bobby Celentano.
I'm Anthony Terminale.
Let's go.
At least 3-star, that's really surprising. I love these blue kids.
I think that's going to be a little bit of a kick clash, but alright. So Bob, what do you think? What do you think is going to be happening? Oh, wow, damn.
I definitely think the Red Bull should win. Hey, look at who's here! Sebastian Latou, familiar face, and he's got 3-star skills.
Wow, I actually forgot that he played for the Red Bulls. That's something else.
I liked him.
Yeah, he was alright. I mean, he wasn't anything special. Alright, you're gonna have to help me out here, Bob.
Him or Kenny Cooper, who would you take?
That's a tough one. I like Kenny Cooper because he could actually score penalties. Wait, was it him or De Rosario?
Hey, we got... No, I'm just kidding. It's Maurice Addu.
So, someone just kept on missing penalties for us, and it was the most annoying thing.
I think it was Kenny Cooper.
Alright.
Okay, DC has a pretty good... like FIFA lineup, not in real life though. Like,
Lloyd Sam is somehow only 69 overall, which is a bit of a travesty.
Oh, we have Brazilian Fred.
Alright. I'm gonna have to be Bob Celentano for this video. I'm gonna have to guess my own lineup.
Make sure you have Carl in.
Is he even in the game?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you already have him in.
Okay, there we go.
You might want to switch him in Miazga though. Or you don't even want Miazga in.
Really?
Yeah, he's at the World Cup.
Yes.
Oh,
Duval?
Actually,
Would Duval be starting overlaid?
Yeah.
Alright, I figured.
And,
Paranel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who to... I guess I don't know the... I don't know the DC line, or the... I keep saying DC, I don't know the Philly lineup, so... This looks good to me. Shouts out to Maurice Addu.
Alright.
Scoreline predictions.
I'm gonna go 3-0 to the Red Bulls.
Ooh. I think I put in my prediction 2-1. Looking back, I probably should have made a little bit higher of a margin, but you were right last week against FC Dallas with the low scoreline, 0-0. I guessed like 3-2 or something, 3-1.
Yeah, you're not very good at predictions.
Let's Play FIFA is doing really well with these predictions, though. So let's go.
Alright. There's not really a lot of news recently. Since it's like the end of the season in Europe for the most part, it's just all transfer stuff.
A lot of transfer rumors this week.
BWP? Oof.
Who do we have this week?
Mario Gomez.
Yeah, I just saw that today. I woke up and saw that.
That's never gonna happen.
As soon as I saw the post by Once Metro, I was like, I don't think so.
This wasn't like, you know, like this week, but Antonio Di Natale is probably one of my favorite players of all time.
SCN, right? Was he this week?
Yeah, that's another one. But yeah, Antonio Di Natale, he might be ending his career. Not at, you know, in general, but he might be ending his career at Udinese, and he might be moving on to another team. And Red Bulls, or MLS in particular, could be an option.
Chicharito, was that last week we saw that?
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's no way. Like, if that happens, that'd be such a massive signing. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Chicharito. I don't think he's that great of a player. But
coming from Madrid to the Bulls would be. I mean,
and it's not like he's had a bad season there. Like, he's been better than Benzema at times. Which again, I'm not a big fan of Chicharito, but
I've always liked Chicharito.
Gotta give credit where it's due. And then, of course, there's the James McClain rumors. Oh my God.
Yeah, those haven't died down.
They've died down slightly, but not like ridiculously. Like, there's a chance it could happen, but I think the chances are fading. I'm still very hopeful that could happen. Duval got crossed up there. And that's an own goal. Is that Lawrence?
Yeah.
Oh. That's that's so unlucky.
That was the Bradley Wright Phillips goal from a couple weeks ago against New York City. Another rumor that hasn't died down, which we just saw this morning, was
That's a foul.
Leeds.
Yeah, that's a big one. I think a lot of people will be kind of upset if Red Bull takes over Leeds. I think, hopefully, Red Bull won't be idiots, and if they do actually, do a takeover, they won't rebrand them, because, Leeds are a massive name.
Yeah, I wouldn't rebrand
Like,
that.
10 years ago, they were one of the biggest clubs in England, like, in terms of, league position. But, yeah, it would be pretty stupid of them to do that.
Yeah. Another thing that just came out this week is FC Porto will not be playing the ICC.
Yeah, that's,
Benfica.
I think that's relatively big news.
Please no.
Yes.
Oh my.
There we go. Lloyd Sam putting in work.
What were you saying though?
Yeah, I think Porto has some bigger names. Obviously Benfica, they have like Gaetan. I'm trying to think who else, but they also have some names. But like
Sancho.
anyone that plays a bit of FIFA, they know about Quaresma or Jackson Martinez, and
Turn.
like,
I don't
obviously,
want you looking.
I think Benfica, I think they're a good addition, but maybe Porto could have been a better idea.
I was going
There
left
we go.
originally.
Bradley Wright Phillips stepping up.
Porto probably would bring in more fans to Red Bull Arena, but I'm still happy with Benfica.
It's that Bradley Wright Phillips and Sam connection, I guess you could say. Sam winning the penalty, Bradley Wright Phillips converting.
Bradley Wright Phillips, he cannot be stopped on the right side where I'll try to do it right here. Runs down the right side, and then
Talk
he just...
about Lloyd Sam.
Oh, what did I say, Bradley Wright Phillips?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Runs down into that, right onto the goal line, and then crosses in.
Oh,
I think we've seen like 3 goals this year just from that.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best crossers in MLS. He's fast. He's got good dribbling abilities. He's your typical winger, and he's very good at that.
By the way, if you haven't realized, I'm Philly, and he's the Red Bulls. We haven't went over that, so DOOP. Yeah, but not a lot of Red Bull news this week.
Oh my!
It's been
Who is this?
in a
Okay.
terrible shot, Mandana. It's been a light week for Red Bulls news for sure, as I was just saying. I can't really even think of... There wasn't a ton going on just because, after the game against FC Dallas, it was such a... it wasn't the best game to watch. It was just, 0-0. I've actually been to a 0-0 game, and is that their first 0-0 game of the season?
I think so.
Or was there
yeah.
one earlier?
Might be. I'm not entirely sure though. That's not being able to shoot. It's not surprising. So what do you think this Red Bulls team needs? Like, what do you think is their most urgent signing? Like, if they had to sign one player, what?
Are you talking
position?
DP or just
Any
anything?
player, yeah, any position really.
I would say a right back. Right now, really, we only
Really?
have Chris Duval, who's doing.
Okay, no,
who's
that's
doing
understandable.
yeah, Chris Duval's doing a pretty good job, but if he gets hurt, who are they going to?
They also have Connor Lade, but there's also
That's true.
like,
I mean-
speculation that Lade might leave. So that might be a good signing.
The only reason I say right back as well, and that they wouldn't go to Connor Lade, was that game where they picked up Anthony Wallace before. Was it the Columbus game, or was that? Yeah, I believe it was Anthony Wallace. They picked up the day before the Columbus game, and he started at left back for Roy Miller after Miller was injured. And they didn't go with Connor Lade. They just went out and got a signing. And Anthony Wallace, of course, has been playing for New York Red Bulls too. So you don't need a designated player, I don't think, for the right back position for the Red Bulls. But I would like to see them go after someone. Oh, please.
BWP. Oh no way.
Oh,
the back heel.
But that's who the position I think they should go
Oh
after.
no way.
Who do you think?
I think a good midfielder would be nice. I think He's having a long shot.
Oh no!
Oh my! Wow.
Who was that?
That was Dax McCarty of all players. Yeah, I think another midfielder. I like Felipe, but there's definitely someone who could do his job a little bit better. I've already stated that I like Kevin Prince Boateng a lot. I think he would fill in pretty much perfectly in Felipe's role. There's also SCN, I guess. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of SCN. I don't think he's fantastic anymore. He used to be really good, but now he's just kind of eh. I can't really think of any other players, really, that would, like, fill...
What is going on?
That would fill up that position that Felipe is playing right now. And I have 7 shots and 1 goal to show for it. Very lucky.
A lot of Bulls fans, of course, want to see another striker paired with Bradley Wright Phillips.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. Obviously, I brought up Di Natale coming, potentially, but he's kind of like Henry, really. Like, he's a similar type of striker. You know, he's more than capable of creating chances for others. He's able to play on the left. He can play, like, again, as sort of a number 10 type of position. Speaking of number 10, Peggy Luindula is most likely retiring, which is kind of a big hit. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of him when he first came, but he slowly proved his quality.
Playoffs last year.
Yeah.
2 goals, right? 2 goals in the playoffs, I believe, and they're both late.
I think
late
so.
goals.
I think he had a few pretty decent assists too.
Yeah, shouts out to Seeing Red, the Red Bulls podcast, and also shouts out to Red Bull Rant. Yeah, Ali Curtis said Peggy walked into his office, they had a conversation, and Luindula, I'm taking this free kick, and Luindula stated basically that he's going to retire. Or he is retiring. Who should I take this? I don't think I have anyone. Ooh.
You have Latu, and that's...
Mandana?
I don't know, this is kind of far out, so you want a lot of power. I don't know if this will go in, and if it does, then I'll just leave.
Oof.
Thank God. I think that's another thing that the Red Bulls are kind of missing. It's a bit of like a niche position, I guess you could say, but they're missing a free kick taker. Like, they don't really have any good free kick takers when you think about it.
Juninho?
Yeah. Actually, when Juninho came, I was expecting him to score like 4 free kicks, but I don't think he scored 1. And
No, he had an
nothing in
assist
general.
he only had 1 assist on a free kick, I believe.
Yeah, like he didn't do anything really, which is kind of disappointing.
And he was not happy
We had
here.
Henry.
Yeah.
He was a pretty good free kick taker, and of course Roy Miller. I'm pretty sure every Red Bull fan remembers when he stepped up to take that free. Oh my! That is an absolute laser beam. I don't know who scored that, but that is just ridiculous.
Oh, I almost had him in fantasy, but he was going for like 5.9 or something.
Robles
like,
didn't
really
even
cheap.
die for that. That is insane. Let's look at this again. I think that took a deflection.
Let's see. I'm not sure.
They're showing like the worst. Okay, no.
no.
It didn't. Robles just kind of ran towards it.
I thought the camera stopped, and I was like, please, no. That happened last week.
Okay.
We're using a GoPro this week, so. You know.
Robles, come on, what are you doing? But yeah,
Upload center.
like I was saying about Roy Miller, you know, he stepped up to take that free kick, and I think every Red Bull fan hated him for that. So, yeah, I think a free kick taker, like I said, that's a bit of a, not exactly a necessity, but, you know, it'd be something nice to have. And I think if we bring in Di Natale, or even Boateng, he has pretty decent technique when it comes to shooting.
What's his name from Bayer Leverkusen? Chanaloglu?
Çalhanoğlu.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no way he's coming in. So just, let's not bring him
Let's
up
start
at
that
all.
rumor.
Now, I don't think you realize how massive of a signing, like, any type of young player of that quality would be. Like, that would just, it would blow my mind. Even if it was, like, NYCFC, or, like, DC United, or Philly signing one of those players, I would be so happy. Like, obviously they're a massive rival, but that's just that'd be a huge signing for MLS in general. And that brings me back to the whole MLS should try signing younger players from Europe thing, but we won't go on that now since I've talked about that plenty of times.
I hope this isn't the scoreline Sunday.
Yeah, you got really hyped about that goal and kind of had me worried about your allegiances. Bradley Wright Phillips, what are you doing? He was just sitting there. He wasn't getting in the box.
It's weird. When we play as lower level teams, I usually come away with the win, but when we play as higher level teams, Terms usually wins like 90% of the time.
Yeah, it's because I have insane passing, and it's hard to pass with, no offense, but Dax McCarty, Question, you know.
Martins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see the Red Bulls going after a free kick specialist anytime soon.
I mean, if they get Pirlo,
yeah,
obviously, you know, I'm sure
I haven't heard anything about.
There was one interview. It was my fan post. I think once Metro made it like an actual article. He had an interview with Gazzetta in Italy, and they're a pretty reputable source. And he was like, yeah, if I win the Champions League and I finish my career, and like I finish my career at Juventus, I might go to MLS. But there's also like apparently Liverpool would be interested, which I think is pretty stupid because then they're just replacing Gerrard with an even slower midfielder. But yeah. So hopefully the Red Bulls get some kind of decent signing in this summer.
I have no clue who they're going to go after.
Yeah, it's really just kind of speculation. That's all it is. Like Mario Gomez, like that's just someone just throwing a name out there just for no good reason,
yeah.
I think.
He's at Fiorentina, right?
Yes, he is. Yeah, former Bayern man. Used to be pretty good at Bayern, and then he just he moved to Fiorentina, and I think he had a few injuries. And yeah, he's been doing okay, but I think he'd be a pretty good signing for MLS. He's big, he's strong, he's fast. He's more than capable of performing in MLS.
Oh no.
It's alright, it's Mike Grillo. I honestly, like, when he's playing as a winger, I have no faith in him. He's not very good with the ball, he's not very fast, he's a good finisher, I guess, but, I mean, for the most part. Here's Dax, though. Oh, alright, I gotta make a sub.
Alright, I'm probably gonna take someone out too.
I guess we'll bring in Dane Richards. Get a little pace in on the left.
Casey, how old is he?
He's very old, I think.
33. Only guy
See, this is the problem with the Red Bulls, I think. They don't have a lot of depth on the bench. Like, I can bring in Dane Richards, but, like, I think it's important to have depth as well as a good starting 11. Like, you can have a great starting 11 and then a really bad bench, but you'll get beat by the team that has a good starting 11 and a good bench, like, every day of the week, I think.
Quick mention on Red Bull Rant this week. You heard what was trying to be from the Red Bulls guest. I'm sorry, blanking on the name. I apologize, but he was talking about one thing he definitely wants to see Philly change, and I totally agree with him. Goalkeeping. They have a lot of goalkeepers signed, the Philadelphia Union, and yet none of them are, how do you say, good.
Yeah, they're not capable at all. Yeah, Mboli, however you pronounce it, he was okay in the World Cup. I don't know, I guess okay is a bit of an understatement, because against Germany he was pretty good. But yeah, in the MLS he's kind of just flopping all over the place, which isn't good.
Last time I checked, I thought everyone loved him. I mean, I was looking on fantasy, I think it was
oh, no way.
Week 1, I needed a goalkeeper, and I think I actually got him, even though he was, he had the most points after Week 1. If I'm not mistaken, I'm probably wrong on that. Oh, please.
Oh,
no pace, come on. Maurice?
No way.
Maurice?
He's like your center back.
No, that's Maurice Adu. He's center defensive.
Yeah, no, Edu, I think he's been playing center back recently.
Yeah, but Philly definitely needs a new keeper. But what I was saying is Mbaholi, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, he had like the most points in fantasy, and he was the most expensive goalkeeper out of like all the MLS, besides of course like Ramondo.
And Jason Puckett actually made that hilarious video of all of the failures.
Oh, that video
from
too. Yep.
Union's goalkeepers. And of course he didn't make the Dallas video.
Did we release that yet?
I don't know. It should be coming out soon.
Yeah, it'll be up.
Yeah, it'll be up.
If it's not, yeah.
Yeah. Looking at the stats here, 7 shots on target. So Piers Mboli actually did something. He actually had 4 saves. That's not bad. But, yeah. Robles seemed like the inferior keeper in that game, which is kind of weird. But yeah, so this has been Once Metro, Let's Play FIFA. And that's Bob Celentano, I'm Anthony Terminelli, and have a nice day.